Hello, YouTube. Hello, YouTube. It is April 29th. Darn, why do I keep saying April in my videos? It is August the 29th, 2016. Lord, the time has gone by so fast. Y'all know I've been licensed since, what, April? And it's now August. I just can't believe it's been 6 months. So, May, June, July, August, September. Yeah, it's been 6 months since I've been working as a licensed beautician. So, yeah. But anyways, we're here to review the 2016 MTV Video Music Awards. Of course, just like all the other award shows I did this year, I got it on, recording. So that's going to be my notes. So as y'all know, we are honoring Rihanna for being 10 years in the game and second to Beyonce. Now, in my opinion, that is very sad when, there's two extremes when you got Beyonce up here and the second best is literally down here. In my opinion, Gaga, where you at, child? Where you at, darn on lessen that gap? Because at least when Gaga was in the darn on game, she was somewhat like right here to Beyonce. She gave Beyonce a good run for her darn on money, but bitch said, you know what, I ain't fucking with y'all. Y'all ain't brought my art pop, and I'm sticking with American Horror Story Hotel. But anyways, Rihanna is opening up the show throughout the whole night. So I guess they decided to follow like the Prince theme on Billboard. I mean on BET. You know how they honored Prince throughout the whole night. Instead of doing a one long performance of 10 to 15 minutes like they normally do, other artists they just did 15 minutes straight. They allowed Rihanna to do a whole hour performance. And the first three was like, well, third time was the charm for me. I actually loved the third one. And then the fourth one was a okay, good song for Rihanna. So she did half and half. She was giving half ass clearly because the first two was like crap. The other two was good in my eyes. So she starts out looking all in pink. I thought it was a darn on infomercial for darn on Pepto Bismol. She was giving us all this movement. I was like, oh child, do you need is this a darn on commercial for darn on Pepto Bismol? No, child, it's just Rihanna opening up with darn on Don't Stop the Music mashed up with darn on Only Girl in the World. And she's still going on with this choreography and shit, and all this pink is just throwing me off. Granted that Only Girl in the World was pink flowers, but can we add a little bit of redness tone and rose tones to the shit? It was giving me darn on breast cancer 2 months early. I was like, child, breast cancer awareness month is not until October. Why is we doing this in August? I mean, we supposed to do breast cancer all year long as far as spreading awareness, but child, you getting 2 months ahead on the game. Okay, so let me see. But anyway, she did fairly good. I can't stand them two hosts. Let me tell you who I thought of when I saw them two hosts. 2 out of 40 some hosts on the show. Like, why do we got so many hosts for the darn on MTV VMAs? I don't know. Even DJ Khaled was a darn on host, and it turns out he was better. Now that's a damn shame because DJ Khaled didn't do nothing memorable, but it was him. Darn on Charlemagne the God actually did great. Um, Miss Darn on Big Mama, hell, she was so dry. They might as well got Gabrielle Syllabe ass. Gabrielle Syllabe would have been an upgrade to whoever that bitch was. At least Gabrielle Syllabe could at least gave somewhat of a darn on lackluster joke. Gabrielle Syllabe's hit or miss, but at least she would have been far better than Miss. Mm. And then them two on there, if I'm the only one that them two sort of reminded me of the characters from way back in the day. Back in the 90s, there used to be this cartoon where you had celebrities fight each other. If I can find the picture somewhere, I will include it right here. Yeah, them two motherfuckers was giving me darn on Beavis and Butthead mashed up with Celebrity Deathmatch. That's what you get when you mix Beavis and Butthead with Celebrity Deathmatch. You get these two. They jokes was darn on not even lackluster. It was just dead throughout the whole night. I mean, like, where the fuck did you find these dang on hosts from? There's so many people that y'all could have found on YouTube. Y'all could have had Funky Diva do the shit. I'm sure y'all could have found a few Caucasian, people. Cause you got to mix it up with the MTVs. But anyways, as far as the ones I know, which are predominantly black, you could have had. Let me see. I don't know if they would have had Funky Diva there. Maybe Justin, Kevin and McKell from the Scorpion Show. They could have included, more the conservative mindset. I'm thinking all of them. Forest Rocks. They could have called up Bonnie Blue to dress up. Well, Bonnie Blue's busy with the wedding, so it could have been Forest Rocks. It could have been the Scorpion Show. They could have replaced Old Mama with what's her name? The other one that was at the Blackout. I can't think of her name. I don't watch her channel. Is it Ashley or whatever? I can't think of her name, but she's a plus size, fierce lesbian girl. I watch her show. I watch her from time to time. I think her name is Ashley Miller. They could have replaced her with that. Like, come on, where's the thick lesbian out of her? I know Miss Ashley could have delivered a darn old joker here and there. So yeah, socialite Sandy. Now, granted that she's 6 months pregnant and whatever, and she don't dominantly do commentary, but hell, she would have been very good for this one, especially with her sense of humor. She could have replaced both of them darn gone motherfuckers. So going on into darn gone. Okay, we got darn gone wannabe Jay-Z. Like I said, it's like 50 darn gone different hosts. P. Diddy talking about something. About the Bad Boy tour. Okay. Drake stuck in traffic. How the hell you get stuck in traffic and your award didn't start until 15 minutes after the darn on show? And then there was a whole hour pre-show. Like, you didn't plan accordingly. You stuck in traffic. Okay. Okay, next is you got Ariana Grande. And it's like, okay, this shit is so darn gone commercialized it don't make sense. And then it seemed like the running theme of the night was pink for the first two sets. You had darn gone Rihanna doing the darn gone Pepto Bismol commercial. You got this darn on Chance the Rapper with a cigar with a cigarette in his darn on ear, looking like darn on Super Mario Brothers. And now you got Ariana Grande on these darn on bikes, looking like she's giving an old 1970s fitness commercial. I mean, she was reminding me of that blonde hair girl on darn on YouTube, the Be Fit, where she be like, shot, shot, hands, shot, shot, hands. I'm gonna include that in the darn on description box below. Yeah, but she was giving me old infomercial. I'm like, damn, is this supposed to be the MTV VMAs or is this just a darn on celebrity sponsorship throughout the whole shit? I mean, we done got a Pepto Bismol commercial. We done got a darn on Super Mario endorsement. We done got a darn on. No, I'm sorry, y'all. I got to stretch my wig right quick on this one. But the vocals were actually good. And darn on Nicki Minaj, I don't know what was going on with her tonight. And she usually raps fairly well, but it was like she was letting the backtrack carry on because her voice was sounding so cartoonish, and I don't know what was going on with that. But anyways, Ariana Grande did good for the most part. It was giving me an exercise commercial with darn on dumbbells and the whole shit. Lord, here comes Nicki Minaj on here looking like the whole goddamn gallon of Pepto Bismol. Mm-mm. It was okay. Okay, y'all, I'm back August 30th, 2016 with part 2 of Billboard Music Award. MTV VMAs. As y'all can tell, I got cut off yesterday. It is what the fuck it is. I can't wait to get the fuck away from this goddamn house. But anyways, going into, I think we left off with all the different shades of pink throughout the night. Now we at best collaboration. Rihanna was up for it. I think Beyonce was up for it for Freedom. With Kendrick Lamar. I thought that deserved it based off of merit, but you know the VMAs is actually based off of popularity as votes, so I knew that wasn't going to get it too tough because it wasn't played on the radio as much. But if this was like the Grammys, of course, Freedom would have probably won that. But the most played song did go to Fifth Harmony. That's the song I have heard throughout. Rihanna's was good too with Calvin Harris, but that came too late. I've been hearing Fifth Harmony song throughout all radios for the longest, so congratulations to Fifth Harmony. Jonas Brothers did something with Bacon, didn't care for it. Let me see, I'm fast forwarding. And I'm not going in any particular order. Okay, Kim Kardashian is talking for some odd reason. Oh, Britney Spears. Okay, we'll get to Britney Spears on a moment. I want to say Beyonce and darn on Britney Spears for last. Okay, the girls from the Olympic gold medalists are after this. They saying Gabrielle Douglas skipped out because she had issues with the other girl. I don't think that's the case. But Beyonce finally won video of the darn on year. I think this is her actually first video of the year. She was cheating in 2009 for Single Ladies. And everybody knows Single Ladies was that damn song. Okay, Rihanna performing for a third time. And the third time was the charm for Rihanna. I think her third and fourth performances was the highlight of the night. I just wish she'd get her dance moves together. I mean, I understand Rihanna is not an artist that dances and whatever, and she's not that much of a singer. But I wish she would at least get her lip singing order. Like when I think of Rihanna, I think of this generation's Madonna. Now, taking into consideration that Madonna is still very active and is still the highest touring artist of all time, she is still like this generation's Madonna, even though we got Madonna in this generation too, if that makes sense. Her style being, rock girl, pop rock, sassy, don't give a fuck what a bitch thinks. If you don't like it, keep the fuck moving. This is how I am. I'm going to show my ass and everything. That gives me Madonna. And Madonna's not the best singer either. But for the bitch to be 60 years old at the darn on Super Bowl flipping and lip singing in key, it's like, it's a damn shame when a 60-year-old, pop star who is white is outdoing somebody who is black that's Caribbean. It's like Rihanna, that's why I don't, it's like Rihanna, how is you getting outdone by Madonna? How is you singing up? The mic is up here. Like, I'm gonna need a drag queen to get darn on Rihanna together because it's like I understand we don't look at you for singing, but it's like, can we at least get the illusion that you're at least lip singing on key? Like, can we at least get you on Britney on her best day? At least Britney on her best day does, the lip singing number in sync. Your ass is just making it all known. Just mic down here, mic up here. You doing all this stiffness. Like, what is this? You need like, can I at least get a little bit more nimbleness? Like, for you to be a darn gone Caribbean, I don't know what is this stiffness. Like, you should have a natural Caribbean flow about yourself. I would think that would be a natural born trait with being born on the darn gone islands of Barbados, but Honey, you got stiff as hell when you came to America because you didn't used to be this stiff in the beginning of the game. When you used to do darn on SOS, which is one of my favorite songs from you, you wasn't nowhere near as stiff. I don't know what's going on with Rihanna. But anyways, fast forwarding. We now 2 hours and 17 minutes into the show. Okay, DNCE won something. I don't care to know what they won. I don't know who they is. Another person singing that I don't know with a girl. Don't know her either. Jay-Z impersonator. Jimmy Fallon. Okay, Queen B she won a total of 7 awards in all, which made her the most awarded. She won a total of 7 awards in all, which now makes her the most awarded VMA recipient in history, along with the most awarded Billboard music artist, and along with the most Grammy nominated woman in history as well. Yet people like to say she's underrated. Yet she's ranked in 3 historical categories. Mary J. Blige looking snatched. Got the old blonde wig out, and we're going to talk about that again in another video. Rihanna performs her fourth and final set, wearing a nice brown jump. It's giving me Beyonce Ring the Alarm tease. It's giving me a Halo. Okay, think of this. Think of Ave Maria and Ring the Alarm, and you got Rihanna's outfit. Rihanna's outfit is giving me Beyonce's Ave Maria, and it's giving me Ring the Alarm tied into one as she's singing Love on the Brain. Okay, and that's it. So that was pretty much all the awards show. Now let's get into the two highlights of the highlights and the following low light of the night, and that's Britney Spears and Beyonce. Now I'm with T.S. Madison on this. Britney Spears was highly set up with following Beyonce because it's like no matter who you would have put after Beyonce, Beyonce is that top legend in the game. And you know, a lot of people don't want to admit it, but the bitch has been in the game 20 years. This is one thing nobody cannot deny. The girl has been in the game 20 years, 3 generations, and 2 millenniums. Let me say that shit again. Beyonce's been in the game 20 years, 3 generations, and 2 millenniums. She's been out since the 20th century, and she's active in the 21st century. She was active in 96, that's a generation. 2006, 2016. That is 3 generations that she's been slaying the motherfucking game. And not only slaying, but for her to still be in the top 5 artists. She may not be the top selling artist, but for Beyonce's name to be in the top 5 for somebody who's came out in the 90s that no other artist from her period is, competing today. The only other artist that is doing somewhat successful is Mary J. Blige. Mary J. Blige is the only one from the 90s that can still come out with something. My girl, Missy Elliott, I done told the bitch I would have gone to buy her album since last year. She still ain't dropped the dang on new single yet. We still hearing that dang on pussycat. I'm still hearing that dang on WTF. She ain't even dropped another single yet, honey. So I'm still waiting on darn gone Missy Elliott like the second coming of Jesus Christ. She done been honored with the darn gone Hip Hop Legends Award and everything else. And that would have been the perfect time to go ahead and, release a single and announce something. But we still ain't got nothing from Missy Elliott yet. So Beyonce's our only 90s artist still doing it. Brandy's in a lawsuit. Tell me who else is doing it. Mariah Carey told y'all she ain't doing no new music. She's in Vegas. Mariah Carey got over 300 million records. Bitch don't need to never do nothing again in a day in her life. And she's comfortable. Who else? Britney Spears. We're gonna get to that child in a moment. Janet Jackson told y'all she was just releasing her new single for the just for the old girls. That's it. She ain't trying to compete with this generation. The girl's 50 years old trying to have a baby. She has her established history. Let the darn on younger generation live. So Beyonce once again slayed with something that no other artist in the history of music has ever done, which is do a visual of their entire album on the VMA stage. Please tell me somebody who has managed to do this other than Beyonce herself. I mean, the bitch is uncomparable to except to herself. Every time you see, and even the haters know that, because every time the haters critique Beyonce, they can't even compare her no more to another artist. It's not like they're comparing her to Lady Gaga or Katy Perry or anybody else that's currently out, for the exception of Adele. And that's only because Adele is selling massive numbers because people consider her the most politically correct person that's the most conservative all the time. So it's like people cling on to Adele because of her conservative views more than the actual integrity of the music. Because if people was actually comparing the quality of the music from a musically inclined point of view, they can tell that Beyonce is far more of a superior artist than Adele. Now we know that anybody that's saying knows Beyonce cannot outsing Whitney Houston. She cannot outsing Aretha Franklin, Patti LaBelle, and etc. But you know, all them artists have their times, and it's like, okay, Beyonce is in this generation. Compare her to an artist of this generation. Please tell me who comes close. The only person who I think comes close as far as the full package, as far as, you know, visuals and being able to entertain and sing, not just one or the other. Because I know some people going to say like J-Lo can still outdance Beyonce. Okay, that's just dancing. What about singing? Jennifer Hudson can outsing Beyonce. Okay, that's singing. Who can do both? The only other person that I know that can do both successfully is Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga is the only one that gives Beyonce a run for her money because she is classically trained. She went to school for theater. She's obviously a natural actress because she went to school for theater and acting. She does the visuals. She's very, you know, into the history and knows about, you know, artists and stuff, and she includes that in her work. Like if you listen to the lyrics of Lady Gaga, it gives Beyonce a run for her money. And sometimes it outbeats Beyonce. So for the exception of Lady Gaga, it's no other artist that compares. And Lady Gaga slipped off once Art Pop became an art flop. Once again, I brought the album Lady Gaga. Don't judge me because your other so-called monsters didn't. But Beyonce slayed did the whole album for the exception of 6-inch Heels. She didn't, and she, you know, Freedom none of it became played out since the you know, that's the running song of the year. So she like, okay, we ain't about to do no Water the Damn Night. Let's do every other song on the album. We ain't gonna do 6-inch Heels. Although I think 6-inch Heels would have did it, honey. I don't know why she left 6-inch Heels out. I would have loved to sing The Weeknd came up and she did a collab with The Weeknd and did 6-inch Heels. I murdered everybody and I was a witness. Hot damn. I don't know why she didn't do it. I mean, we had Tiana Taylor giving us the darn gone 1970s tease with the kitty cat. And thank you, James Caldwell, for reminding me where I finally knew where that darn on scene was from. That underground music. I knew I seen that darn on thing from somewhere. But anyways, yeah, we done had Tiana Taylor giving us that old, you know, black music like theme. It's like 6-inch Heels would have been very PC compared to that. But yeah, following up, then we got my girl Britney Spears. Now y'all know before I became a Beyonce fan, I was a huge Britney Spears fan, honey. Before Beyonce came and snatched me from Britney, honey. We all know Britney Spears have mental issues. She's had a breakdown and everything else. I still love me Britney. Britney Spears been a lip singing bitch since day one. We don't expect Britney Spears to sing. And I thought she actually did a decent performance for it being Britney Spears. But sadly, you do not put nobody like Britney Spears ahead of somebody like Beyonce. Like, I don't know who said this. Britney Spears should have been the opener or the ending of the show. I think Justin said it. She should have been the opener or the ending of the show. Y'all know with Britney Spears' mindset, and you know her fans are trying to go hard and say Beyonce's in. Child, y'all motherfucking delusional as fuck. Like I said, anybody who's even a Britney Spears fan can tell you that, yeah, Britney, we love you, but yeah, they did you wrong for putting you after Beyonce. Once again, Britney Spears' piece was actually good for Britney Spears, but it's like, yeah, after following up with Beyonce, it's like, really? And then you have Rihanna that comes right at, and then it's like, if Britney Spears, wasn't already hurting enough, you put darn on Rihanna right after her. And you would think, okay, Rihanna's about to give us some of this darn on fuck up shit again, like she did with the first two sets, and that's going to give Britney Spears a little bit of a reprieve. Honey, how about darn on Rihanna came and further slayed the darn on night with Love on the Brain? That's when darn on Rihanna's vocals all of a sudden made a magical appearance, and it's like, god damn now. You going to sandwich darn on Britney Spears in between Beyonce, who slayed and darn on did every darn on element of Avatar. We done seen the bitch channel water throughout the whole year with Freedom. Now she done set the stage on fire. She got the darn on hair, blowing in the wind throughout the year. So she got the channels of fire, wind, air, and then she finally gave us darn on dust with the darn on Africans. She gave us them darn on Africans with that darn on, I think it's the Baruka or whatever hairstyle where it goes up in the braids where it looks like a hat. And they said dust is the dust, is ash is the ash. I think ashes are ashes, dust the side chicks, and they did that. And that dust came up. I'm like, oh Lord, they done brought Sahara to the VMAs, honey. These white people in the audience is not ready for all this Africanness, honey. I mean, Beyonce had the darn gone girls from the motherland. And then she done came out with the freak. She came out with the formation at the end and told y'all corny with the Illuminati mess, and still gave y'all a motherfucker history lesson. Gave y'all the ankle symbol at the darn on end, which is a direct representation of the symbol of life, is the ancient Kimmel symbol of life, which is, designed after the female reproductive system. I'm like, Beyonce, you better go ahead and preach. I'm still waiting for somebody with some common sense to tell me who, for the exception of Lady Gaga, does this type of shit. Who puts on a 15-minute darn on set and gives us visuals and gives us vocals and gives us a history lesson? Our culture is an art form that is me. I can only think of Lady Gaga that can give us this type of shit. But for the exception of Lady Gaga, Beyonce is giving us pretty much darn on Lady Gaga is giving us European history with, Kuntz being the Italian darn on painter, and also Kuntz being Italian for art. Italian for artists. So Italian artists and darn on Italian painter versus African history. Obviously, I'm more interested in the African history. So yeah, Beyonce just did it. Just did it. Anybody who's thinking different is just motherfucking crazy. They're thinking from, Fox News point of view, and that's a whole nother video for a whole nother day. But that's pretty much it, y'all. I'd love to know y'all tips and comments and suggestions on the VMAs. I actually enjoyed it for the most part. I just wish they would have put Britney Spears further up in the beginning. Like, matter of fact, if they would have put Britney Spears right after Nick Jonas, that would have been a good look for darn on Britney. Or after one of them darn on people that we did not know. It wouldn't have stunned Britney as bad, because Britney she did good. But it's like, you don't put a lip singer up against somebody who sings and slays the motherfucking stage. They did Britney wrong. Beyonce, once again, underrated as usual. I mean, it's like they don't want to see a black woman succeed. And I'm going to say this and close it out. It's like we are so content to see a black woman as long as she's, you know, the underdog. Like, people love Kelly Rowland. They love a Jill Scott. They love a Erykah Badu. But once a bitch always get to the top notch where she gets some name power and some recognition, all of a sudden y'all want to darn on tear a bitch down. The most disrespected person is the black one. Beyonce keeps telling y'all this shit. She keeps doing it in her darn on music. She lets it know clear as day. The most disrespected person is a black woman, y'all. Y'all make fun of her hair, her darn on weight, everything that don't have nothing to do with her, and the bitch still slays. It still slays. But anyways, we'll talk more about that in another video, because I think I want to do a video on, I hate to get into it, but I think it's about time to do a race talk video about, you know, black artists putting other black artists down. But anyways, y'all leave y'all tips, comments, suggestions below, and I'll see y'all soon with more videos. Mwah.